Hello, here at Londonist we do love our transport, as you know, but we think it's time to focus on a form of transport that you may not have been on. It's time to go for a trip on the river.
Formed in 1999, MBNA Thames Clippers run a total of 5 services along the Thames, with the RB1 and the RB6 being the main commuter routes.
We think so many people don't get the boat when they could, so we're going to get a Thames Clipper this morning into the centre of town and explain how it all works.
It used to be that you had to buy tickets for river journeys, but Oyster Pay-As-You-Go is now accepted, so you can just touch in and out and travel just as you would with a tube, rail or bus journey.
I'm on a boat, it's great. We're on the morning commuter service here from Putney. We're going to go all the way through to Blackfriars. Takes just over 40 minutes, which is a really good length of time. I think that's comparable to getting a train. So if you live at Putney or anywhere along the route, then this is a really good viable alternative getting the boat to work.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now arriving at Wandsworth, passengers for Wandsworth will be disembarking at the back of the vessel.
Boats that start at Putney in the morning all go as far as Blackfriars, and 4 of those services continue all the way through to London Bridge and Canary Wharf. The good news is, though, is that whatever boat you're on, they all serve tea and coffee.
So the boat we're on this morning is Neptune. That's a Hunt-class vessel capable of holding 150 passengers. You all get a seat as well. MBNA Thames Clippers have 15 boats in total, 4 different types.
The boat we're on this morning is capable of speeds of up to 30 knots, but actually, until you get to Tower Bridge, the Port of London Authority imposes a speed restriction on all vessels of between 8 and 22 knots.
I love getting the boat in the morning. It's a really good way to travel. Otherwise, I get a train, and in comparison to the train, it's brilliant. You always get a seat. It's always quiet. You can do work, read a book, read a newspaper. It's always on time, and great views. It's the perfect way to start a day.
This was a commuter we got chatting to who regularly uses the service. You can purchase weekly, monthly or annual season tickets with savings of up to 70%, which can make it work out at around £2 per journey.
I've discovered it's a bit like being on a plane. You might not get a screen, but you do get a nice little table. You put your book, your laptop and your drink.
In order to make the journey as fast as possible, the amount of time spent boarding is also kept to a minimum.
So we're at Embankment Pier. So the deckhand there is counting for safety purposes the number of people on and off. And there's a tiny camera up here so that the captain can see exactly when the gantry is lifted. So it's quicker than you might think. They spend a really short amount of time getting people on and off as fast as they can. We'll be here less than 20 seconds and we're off again. It's pretty good.
And it's easy to get information on how the river services are running.
Now at every pier there's a dot matrix indicator, a bit like you get at a bus stop or a tube station, so you can see how many minutes it is until the next boat service. It also appears on the status update pages on the TfL website, so you can see there if there's any issues with the boat services. But if you're a regular user, we recommend downloading the app, which is called Thames Clipper Tickets, where you can get status updates on there, buy season tickets and also see when the next boat is due.
The Clippers are monitored and controlled in an operations room at Trinity Buoy Wharf in East London, which means they can provide extra boats if required.
Now there's a limit to the number of passengers that a boat can carry, but here's a cool thing. The controllers back at base monitor and they know how many people are on each boat. So if there's a sudden surge, say it's a sunny afternoon at Greenwich, what they can do is they can send in an additional boat that's not in the timetable to pick up passengers, so you'll never have to wait to catch a boat.
Also, from summer 2016, the service is being enhanced to every 15 minutes at the weekends and more additional sailings during the evening peak to ensure that commuters and tourists can get to where they need to be.
So we've ended our journey today at Bankside Pier right by Shakespeare's Globe. We just saw a little clock downstairs in TfL's river colours with a little roundel. How cute is that? Love it. Anyway, if you've never been on a boat, an MBNA Thames Clipper, then whether you're a commuter or a tourist, come out, get on the river and take a boat soon.